The ultimate Karen, how I turned an entitled mom's demands into her worst nightmare. The morning sun filtered through the oak trees as I settled onto my favorite bench in Willow Creek Park. As a freelance graphic designer, these quiet weekend mornings were my sacred creative time. Just me, my sketchbook, and an overpriced iced coffee from the nearby cafe. I had just started shading a new character design when the screaming started. "No, I want the blue one!" shrieked a high-pitched voice. "Mommy said no, Tyler," came the nasal response. I glanced up to see a woman in her late 30s storming toward me, dragging two red-faced children behind her. Her oversized sunglasses perched atop a messy bun, her wine mom's t-shirt stretched tight across her torso, the kind of woman who made asking for the manager a personality trait. Before I could return to my sketch, she stopped directly in front of me and snapped her fingers in my face. "You! Watch my kids for 20 minutes. I need to make some calls." Not, "Would you mind?" Not, "Please." A direct order delivered with the expectation of immediate compliance. I lowered my sketchbook slowly. "Excuse me?" She rolled her eyes dramatically. "It's just 20 minutes. What, you can't do a mom a solid?" One of her kids, the boy, immediately grabbed for my coffee cup, while the girl started poking at my sketchbook with sticky fingers. "Not happening," I said firmly, pulling my belongings away from grabby hands. Her face twisted in outrage. What kind of selfish millennial refuses to help out a struggling mother? "Do you know how hard my life is?" She gestured wildly at her children, who had now begun wrestling on the ground near my feet. "Still not my problem," I said, standing to leave. "Fine, be useless," she shrieked, then turned on her heel and walked away. Actually walked away, leaving both children right there on the grass. I stared at the abandoned children in disbelief. The boy, maybe 5 years old, was now attempting to climb a tree, while his sister, probably 3, had found a mud puddle and was enthusiastically stomping in it. Several thoughts raced through my mind. 1. Call the police for child abandonment. 2. Find park security. 3. Walk away and let natural selection run its course. Then I noticed the expensive designer diaper bag she'd left behind, and the slow, delicious idea began to form. If she wanted me to babysit, I'd give her a childcare experience she'd never forget. I knelt down to the kids' level. "Hey guys, your mom asked me to play with you? Want to have some fun?" The boy, Tyler, eyed me suspiciously. "Mommy says not to talk to strangers." "Smart mommy," I said cheerfully, "but she told me specifically to watch you. See?" I held up her abandoned diaper bag as proof. First rule of fun, we need snacks. 5 minutes later, we were at the park concession stand where I bought 2 giant rainbow lollipops, the kind that stain tongues for a week, super-sized slushies in neon colors, a family-sized bag of gummy worms. Mommy never lets us have candy before noon. The little girl Madison gasped in awe. "Today's a special day," I winked. "Now, who wants to learn a fun new song?" By the time we returned to the playground, both children were vibrating with sugar energy. I taught them the most obnoxious songs I could remember from childhood. The complete Baby Shark, complete with dance moves. An altered version of If You're Happy and You Know It that included fart noises. A loud, off-key rendition of Let It Go that drew stares from other park-goers. Again? Again! Madison shrieked as we finished our 3rd round of Baby Shark. Her brother had abandoned us to chase pigeons while screaming about being a T-Rex monster. That's when I spotted our Karen returning from the parking lot, phone still glued to her ear. The moment she saw her hyper, sugar-fueled children, her face went through an impressive spectrum of emotions: confusion, realization, then unbridled rage. "What in the actual hell?" she screeched, finally pocketing her phone. Madison immediately launched into our newly learned fart version of If You're Happy, while Tyler ran circles around his mother screaming, "Do-do-do-do-do-do," at the top of his lungs. Her manicured finger jabbed toward my face. "How dare you feed my children that poison?" I blinked innocently. "You said to watch them. You didn't specify how." "They're hyperallergic to artificial colors," she lied blatantly, even as blue slushy dripped down Madison's chin. "Funny," I said, pulling the allergy medication from her diaper bag. "Their Benadryl is dye-free. Almost like you're making things up." A crowd had begun to gather, several parents filming the spectacle with their phones. Karen's face flushed an impressive shade of purple. "I'm calling the police!" Great, I said brightly, pulling out my own phone. I'll call child services about the mother who abandoned her kids with a complete stranger. I'm sure they'll be very interested in your parenting choices. The park supervisor arrived first, drawn by the commotion. As Karen spewed accusations about me drugging her children, other parents began speaking up. That lady left her kids and just walked away. She was yelling at that poor girl earlier. My kids are allergic too, but I'd never demand strangers watch them. Karen's bluster faltered as she realized the crowd was against her. Even her own children betrayed her. Mommy, she's more fun than you, Madison declared loudly. Can we get slushies every day? Tyler added. The final humiliation came when the park supervisor reviewed security footage showing Karen's abrupt abandonment of her children. As he informed her she was being banned from the park for a month, I packed up my sketchbook with a satisfied smile. The story didn't end there. Over the next week, the video of Park Karen went viral locally, 20K shares and counting. Someone recognized her as the woman who screamed at a Starbucks barista last month. Her own neighborhood mom group ostracized her after the incident. I saw her one final time at the grocery store, where she immediately turned her cart around to avoid me. The best part? Her kids spotted me first. Slushy lady! Tyler screamed across the produce section, waving frantically. Karen's horrified face as she dragged them away was better than any revenge I could have planned. Sometimes karma needs a little push, and sometimes, when an entitled parent demands free labor, the universe provides an opportunity to teach them a lesson they'll never forget. As for me, I still visit that park every Saturday, and I always keep a few extra lollipops in my bag, just in case. Like and subscribe, share if this happened to you or someone you know.